This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code SOUTHGATE to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Hey, what about that Comic Capers?
What a...
Use the right drop, damn it!
What? Oh... Like I want that polished stuff, but no, I'll load it. Anyway, welcome to Comic Capers. I am Phil, and joining me from the zoo is...
Hey y'all, it's Lil Hellfire. Hopefully y'all don't hear no doggies in the back, otherwise these doggies are gonna get my foot up their butt. Go on.
Speaking of butt, you see lots of butt in,
Butt, thighs, cleavage.
butt crack. Wonder Woman, the Challenge of Artemis, which is basically from Wonder Woman 0, and then, 90 through 100?
No, it's technically 94 through 100. 90 to 93 is technically the contest.
Oh.
Which you probably should read to have some context for this.
Yes. Arc. You could do like I did and buy the graphic novel that includes all that.
Oh, it does? It's not just the, I know I have the Challenge of Artemis, which is just 94 through 100, but yeah. I have the single issues of everything else from that.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's like, yes, this includes, Wonder Woman 0, actually 85, then 90 to 100, and even Legends of the DC Universe 4 and 5.
Well, yeah, you need some of that for some background, so.
So, yes.
Makes sense. You don't get yellow boxes, but you get everything you need.
So should we do the contest and challenge, or just
we can just sum up the contest. Basically, Wonder Woman's mom has a little shady situation in her past, and she gets this quote unquote vision of Wonder Woman dying, so she concocts this scheme to set up a new contest because she says, Wonder Woman has failed in her ineptitude as Wonder Woman and all this other stuff. So they have a contest, and a new lady is chosen from the lost tribe of Amazons. Sound familiar? I feel like Black Panther might have ripped that off a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So, we get a new Wonder Woman. And she's sucky.
Artemis.
Yeah. So, that's the contest. And so, the challenge picks up with Artemis, being the ambassador in the man's world and all this stuff. All the stuff that Diana used to do. But Diana is also out in the world fighting the Joker and the Chauvinist.
And Poison Ivy.
Yeah. It was a terrible time. No offense to this guy, but a lot of people do not like William Messner Lowe's as a writer for Wonder Woman. I thought that Mike Diodado's freaking artwork is amazing, but unfortunately his artwork gets partnered with this story, so. Yeah.
But yeah, if you like half-naked women, yes, the art is just...
I love the art, but it's the story that they're telling doesn't justify the over-sexualization of all these characters. If it's a good story, I can roll with it. But it's a bad story, and it's lazy. Like I said, the chauvinist is really, what is this, the 70s Wonder Woman comic book? Is she going to be a ninja? Basically, she is 70s Wonder Woman at this point, because she's not Wonder Woman. She doesn't have her powers. So, it's like a whole thing.
She has, limited powers, though, doesn't yeah.
Very, very limited, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's just, ugh.
But she's wearing that blue jacket, the bikini top, and the spandex pants, the shorts.
What is it's bullets, powers, and something. I forget. The actual arc title of this arc before we get the Challenge of Artemis is it's Poison, Claws, and Death. Yeah, because we get the unholy, should I say, trifecta of. Cheetah, Poison Ivy.
And Cheshire.
Yeah. Which, I guess that's for cross-pollination. The same thing with Joker. It's that's not your villain.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, except for Cheetah and it really didn't get a lot of Wonder Woman's villain.
I mean, it was a fun concept to see somebody else in the costume, as every superhero has to do at some point.
Well, especially in this era. This was the era of first, Death of Superman and Reign of the Supermen, then Nightfall. forget, was Green Lantern around? It was around this time, but it was.
I was like, Green Lantern always has an issue.
Well, this is when they brought Kal Rayner in and made Hal go bad.
Yeah, which I like him as Parallax, so
And then they did this story with the Flash, which we'll get to next episode, where it looked like they were going to replace Wally West, but
that came later, much later.
Mark Waid is too good a writer for that, so
no arguments here, son. But yeah, I like the covers and I like the artwork. Like I said, just like upon rereading this as a full-fledged adult, like holy crap, this is just bad. Like bad. Like,
but yeah, just some of those like villains, like you were saying, like the chauvinist and stuff. I'm like, nobody sees through this.
Like I said, it felt very much like the 70s era Wonder Woman, which is my least favorite era of Wonder Woman. I mean, I like the TV show, but the actual comic books,
like the white suit Wonder Woman.
Yeah, the Ninja Wonder Woman. I hate that era, and that's what this invokes for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's hard out here for a superhero, especially if you're a female, and basically a bikini and a metal bra. Like, I don't know, like the whole Wonder Woman's mom thing, just, she's always been shady, so it's just like, okay, we'll just roll with it. But yeah, I don't know, like, I just feel like, I don't know, Wonder Woman is, I'm sorry, she's better than Batman and Superman put together, like morality and all these things, and I don't know, it's just this particular arc with this particular writer. I felt like, I could not understand for the life of me why they picked this person to start this era of Wonder Woman. Like, I just don't get it.
And it just seemed like the minute she loses, her title as Wonder Woman and the costume and everything, it's just like, oh yeah, I can brutalize people. And
apparently.
Well, again, it's the 90s.
Yeah. And a lot of people have an issue with this time in comic books because it is so gratuitous and it's so hypersexualized and all these things. It's just like, sometimes you can take a comic book story for what it is or comic book characters for what it is, but when it's a whole trend in an industry, it does get to be a bit much.
Well, yeah, that was the thing in the 90s. It's like, they either turned their heroes grim and gritty, or they were just like, they replaced them with people who would be.
Exactly.
Jean Paul Valley.
Yeah. But then, I do like that Diana actually is, trying to solve this creepy mystery about her family, and that she is standing up to her mom, and that she has a mom.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so surprised they actually haven't, retconned it so that she doesn't have family at all. I mean, she really can't actually technically see her mom or whatever, but still.
Yeah.
But they're in Boston of all freaking places for a superhero to be.
Boston.
Freaking Boston. Yeah.
Hey, Matt Kona comes from Boston. Oh, he's
Enough
in Boston.
said.
Oh!
I tease because I love Matt. Don't worry.
Broccoli quantum tentacles.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you think about this from a man's perspective?
Well, again, I've only become really a Wonder Woman reader in the last couple years. So I'm reading this with 20 years later or whatever. But I mean, I see good and bad in this. Again, the art is incredible, but it's just I just wanted your thoughts because you're more attached to it. But I'm just anything that seems weird, I'm just oh, it was the 90s, so.
Yeah, I just feel I have a whole thing about Wonder Woman. I feel nobody has really gotten who Wonder Woman is since 1973. No, seriously, how I feel. There's been some good, oh, that's a neat take on her, but nobody's gotten back to the core of who she really is.
I get that. I've been trying to read different eras of Wonder Woman since I got into it, and it just seems like
the old stuff is the best stuff. I'm sorry, I love Golden Age Wonder Woman the freaking most.
It just seems yeah, you're right. Nobody's cracked that formula, that universal formula yet, or at least since the 73, like you said.
I think it's because she is a woman, and there isn't enough women in the industry, and the women that are in the industry are interested in doing other things, which is fine. And I'm not saying a woman has to write Wonder Woman, but it sure couldn't hurt at this point.
Yeah, but we
saw the success of, Wonder Woman, the movie helmed by Patty Jenkins, a woman. Whereas we see Wonder Woman in Justice League and we get upskirt shots. I'm just saying, there is a method to my madness about why I think a certain way, especially when it comes to the character of Wonder Woman.
But there is, like I said, it seems like there is no universal formula, so it's like everyone wants to do their take, and they're like, okay, this is going to be the definitive take, and
it's never, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a daunting task, and I mean, I'd much rather be like Bendis and put my own mark on Superman than to touch Wonder Woman, because she is so hard, but I think something's gotta give with, the next soft reboot or, whatever. They have to get the Trinity right. I feel like the Trinity hasn't been right since way before New 52. When Wonder Woman started dating Superman, I'm like, nope. This ain't Kingdom Come. Nope.
Yeah, you can. Well, we'll get there too in 2 episodes, but yeah, no, I don't know about before that, but yeah, at least since New 52, yeah, the Trinities, especially Superman and Wonder Woman, have never been the same.
Yeah, so I think we need back to basics history of Wonder Woman. I mean, I love the Earth 2 stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love the special edition stuff. Like, that's been great. But like the main comic book. There's a reason why I really love that, the Linda Carter take on the comic book. Cause that's as close as we've gotten to like the Wonder Woman that I know and love and that I enjoy reading about. And I just think, like I said, it's a place for grim and brooding and all that stuff, but Wonder Woman is not shouldn't be that character. And that's why I had to stop reading the Justice League books, because she got so violent and she's not that symbol of hope, which is why I think the Wonder Woman movie definitely got that part right. Yeah.
I mean, like you're saying, we need like a strong female writer on Wonder Woman these days. Get Kelly Thompson on the phone.
She is so busy, but I would love it so much. But like I said, I would, like, as a woman, if I was in the comic book industry, I wouldn't. It would almost seem cliche, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. I would love it though. There's like I said, there's a plethora of women out there that could do it. So I really hope they consider that soon.
That's interesting. I wonder if I should, maybe I'll send out a tweet to, like, Kelly, maybe Gail Simone, maybe whoever, find some female writers and be like, well, what would you take on Wonder Woman?
Or at least have like a symposium on what you think Wonder Woman should be in 2019 with still being able to keep her roots intact.
I would love to do that right here.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. Like, I just feel so bad because I stopped reading Wonder Woman books. I told you guys, I just can't take all this, everybody's different take on Wonder Woman, and none of it's been right for a while.
And she was like one of your big characters, like her and Aquaman, right?
Yeah. So. She's part of the Trinity. She's something that, Marvel wishes they had, that deep history of having a strong female lead in your universe, but now she's kind of fallen to the wayside. And honestly, this is like kind of an example of, if you don't watch a character closely enough, if you don't care enough to have that editorial supervision over a character, this is what happens. And she never really recovered.
Guys, you're dropping the ball. I mean, this is, Lilith is a symptom of your problem, DC. You had a hardcore female reader, most of her life, fan of Wonder Woman, and she dropped the book.
Well, you know what it is, honestly, is that they went to go chase the Harley Quinn cash cow.
Oh, yeah.
And that's been their focus, and that's not what their focus should have been.
Not so much, yeah.
And I hate the fact that Andrew feels like there can only be one, and it's just like with Captain Marvel, it's like, okay, Black Widow, you have Jean Grey, you have like all these characters, even Sue. I mean, if you're into that thing, even though she was only the secretary, I'm just saying.
I mean, now in Marvel, you even have like Spider-Gwen, you got.
Yeah, exactly. And she's actually going to get her own little thing into the Spider-Verse too, and I'm really excited about that. But we got to get Wonder Woman together, man.
I think it's DC's system. It seems like they don't have the support to support all these characters at once.
Yeah. So I feel like they need to go back to that editorial construction of what you can and can't do with a character. Like, maybe not in the movies and the TV shows should be able to cross it. There are certain things that, Wonder Woman shouldn't do. And be Superman's girlfriend. Anyway, but this particular arc, I give it a solid C+. Like, I get what he was going for. I feel like this wasn't necessarily the writer's idea. I feel like somebody pitched it to him and said, hey, could you do this idea? And this is what we got. He did his best. Like I said, the artwork is great. Like, I love big hair. I love long arched backs and long limbs, as like a drawn people kind of thing.
Look at that. Look at those tiny bikini bottoms.
I mean, if you ever been to a strip club, I've seen smaller. I'm just saying. But yeah, no, I actually, like I said, I dig the artwork, but then when you put it in context of the story and, you know, it's just like, oh, it had to be this story with this artwork. Ooh, it makes it kind of naughty.
They're just like, oh, we're gonna have scenes on Paradise Island. We're gonna have two Wonder Women run around. Get Deodato on the phone.
And that's another thing I feel like people never get right is the Amazon culture. Like, I don't know. It's just a whole thing.
Yeah, it just depends. It's like, you know, kids are just like, are they like lesbians? And then some are just like, okay, we're gonna make this an all-female Asgard, or, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, I just need some consistency. Wonder Woman her Bible needs to be rewritten.
Mm.
And I don't think that the time should affect her. Like, it's 2019, so she has to wear pants. Or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, no.
Which, by the way, everybody hates the pants thing, just about. I don't think I've ever met somebody. I know there were probably a couple people out there. There was like 6 people out there that love the pants. But I'm not one of them. It's like, it's okay, you can be feminine and still kick ass. Like, I think that people don't, like, I don't know, male writers just don't get Wonder Woman to me for the most part. Like, there have been great arcs, but like a consistent, like, 50 issue stretch, there's never been.
And she's supposed to be like the ambassador of peace. We should see more of that, but also she can kick butt when she has to.
You know, which is why I love her in the DC animated universe. I think that whoever was doing that should be actually writing the comic books, because I love the DCAU's version of Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely love it, and I feel like that's exactly how she should be written. Especially Justice League and Justice League Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, maybe I just solved your problem, DC. Maybe you need to get whoever was creatively over there doing that, get them on the comic book.
Lilith will fix it, because Lilith fixes everything.
You know, if DC called me, I could probably fix a few things, but AT&T needs to simmer the hell down first before I think that they're just flexing their muscle at this point, and they're trying to restructure and reorganize. And no doubt we are starting to see the rumblings of that with Disney taking over Fox as well. So, you know, every company has to exit. Who doesn't? And this issue, that's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah.
And in this case, it's teat meat, but...
Whoa!
I said teat.
I know.
That's scientific enough.
You don't say.
I feel like Power Girl is secretly is Artemis.
So, okay, here's a question I wanted to ask you. Do you think in the current, well, we haven't seen her in a while, but like in the current Red Hood series when she was there, have they improved on Artemis, or?
I love that version of Artemis. You know I do.
I know.
Now that's an interesting take. Like, I love that Dark Trinity. The fact that the Dark Trinity for a time was way better than the actual Trinity says a lot about where we stand at DC Comics right now. So
it's flashy and new.
New is not always better, despite what Barney Stinson might have told you. Ooh, I worked out how I met your mother joking. Yay!
It's like uncle jokes, jeez.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, what'd you say, C- on this story?
It's a C-.
I'd probably give a C+.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's worth reading if you're getting into Wonder Woman to understand the different eras. Not eras of Wonder Woman.
Era.
So yeah, I think it is an important part where she actually loses her mantle and she has to like get it back.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's worth a read.
Because yeah, they did. I know around the time the movie came out, they bundled a bunch of these. Like there was this trade paperback. I think what else would pick up the first like that original one they rebooted after Crisis with Perez and...
Yeah, now that's good, but they, like I said, it's never been a consistent, like, I've never seen a 50-issue run of Wonder Woman where I'm like, they got most of that right. Whereas, like, even Green Arrow and Aquaman have had that for me. Yeah.
So there's a bunch of old ones that, like, in trades out there. There's that. There's a War of the Gods ones with the Wonder Woman.
If you can read the Golden Era stuff, I'm just telling you, do it. Golden Age Wonder Woman is just, like, it's fun, it's cheeky, and it's hokey and wholesome in a way, too. But I think the world needs more of that now than ever.
Is there any good Silver Age ones? Like, when she has her powers, of course, but...
Yeah, I mean, Silver Age was kind to Wonder Woman, but it wasn't, like, exciting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think the early stuff is really exciting. She's always, like, you know, punching people and, you know, just a lot of action, but also a lot of heart.
Yeah, I read a few of the Silver Ages, and it's just like, oh, I'm going to punch the villain of the week.
Yeah. But yeah, enough said about the Challenge of Artemis there.
So you got your homework. Go read this Golden Age Wonder Woman, people.
Oh, yeah. I think last time I was in Barnes & Noble, they had it, too. So.
Yeah, I don't know how available it is now, but yeah, I think they reprinted a bunch of that Golden Age stuff, like Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman stuff too, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
When it was his turn at the 80 years of Superman, I saw all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you go hunting, I'm sure you can find all the Golden Age stuff for the Trinity.
Yeah.
Oh, and then next year's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Justice Society, Dick Grayson, a bunch of them turn 80 next year.
Oh, be sure to sign up so you can get your first month of DCU for 80 cents.
Yes, and it'll be free on March 30th, which by the time this hits will probably be past, but yeah.
Bummer for you guys.
Well,
that's why they should subscribe to the YouTube.
Yeah, so it'll be up to date if you watch the YouTube. The YouTubes, kids.
Somebody said we should get a Twitch stream, and I said over my dead damn body.
No, get off my lawn! That's alright, I don't think I know it. Oh, I've heard of Twitch, but I don't know if I know exactly what it is.
Let's get out of here.
My birthday's fast approaching now. Anyway. Alright, everyone. Send your thoughts. Did you enjoy this era of Wonder Woman? More than just for the pretty pictures? And coming up, next episode, The Flash, Terminal Velocity.
So 90s it hurts.
Hey, at least it's Mark Waid.
Yeah.
And we get the origin of a little something called the Speed Force. And then episode 50, we're covering Kingdom Come, Lilith's favorite.
Yes, it's definitely one of my favorites. It is very high up there.
So yeah, like this episode and the next two are so 90s.
I like to think of Kingdom Come as classic. Although it's not something that they would be interested in doing in this current climate.
Timeless.
I miss that show. TWNDC!
I meant Kingdom Come, but okay.
I know. I'm just teasing.
But, so, and then going forward, this show's going to be sharing time with Wade's World on Thursdays on the podcast.
Baby!
Yeah, that's what she said. And, so send us emails. What do you want to see Wade's World wise and Comic Capers wise? What do you want us to review? Email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com, facebook.com/Comic Capers, Comic Capers Pod on Twitter, at CL Sidekicks on Twitter, CL Sidekicks on Instagram, and the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And Lilith, where can people find you to discuss, argue Wonder Woman?
If you nerds want to fight me about this particular thing, I'm ready. I'm locked and loaded at Lilith Hellfire on Twitter, at Lilith Hellfire 86 on the gram. So get at me if you have something nice to say. I will listen, but then I will fight you. Fight me, nerd.
Alright, so yeah, send your thoughts. What do you want to see coming up? And join us next time for The Flash. Terminal Velocity. A better 90s story, I would say.
Yes. Speed Force origin, always good.
His name is Wally West. Fastest man alive. Come back.